Thank you, Mr. Attorney General. Hardly a day goes by in the city of Chicago that someone isn't killed with a firearm. The cases are heartbreaking. Little boys and girls standing on their porches and going to school. And on August 7th, the Chicago police officer Ella French and her partner officer Carlos Yanez were conducting a routine traffic stop in the city. The person in the car opened fire. Officer French, age 29, was murdered, and Officer Yanez was severely wounded. I never saw such an outpouring of emotions in the city. I went down to Rita High School on the south side near Beverly, where they had the memorial service. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of women and men in uniform and just ordinary citizens standing, waiting for their turn to pay tribute to Ella French for what she had done for our city. 2 days later, we found out from the U.S. Attorney's Office that the gun used to murder her was obtained from Indiana through a straw purchase. That's when a person who can clear a background check buys a gun at a federally licensed gun dealer and gives it to someone who cannot clear it. What are we going to do about this? What is going to be done at the federal level to show that we're taking this seriously? Ours isn't the only city that is facing this challenge, and we've got to act soon.
Mr. Chairman, I am as concerned as you are, and as I'm sure all members of this committee are, about the rise of violent crime all across the country. I was in Chicago, as you know, at almost the exact time that the officer that you speak of was killed. I have gone to meet with the families of an ATF agent who was killed on duty, and I have stood on the mall with a candlelight vigil for many other police officers who were killed in the line of duty. The Justice Department is doing everything possible with respect to violent crime. In May of this year, I launched a violent crime initiative which brings together all of our law enforcement on the federal level to meet with, to coordinate with, cooperate with state, local, tribal, territorial law enforcement to fight this issue. Our federal agencies, DEA, ATF, Marshals, and the FBI are all deeply involved in this. Our programs, Project Safe Neighborhoods, continue in all these ways, and we're looking for large amounts of money to provide in grants to police departments. Specifically with respect to the gun trafficking that you're speaking about, as you know, Chicago is one of the task force cities that we've announced for purposes of tracing this gun trafficking problem. And we are doing so and finding the straw purchasers and arresting them as well. I could not agree more that this is a serious, serious problem that needs the attention of the entire country's law enforcement, and the Justice Department is very much involved in the fight.
I'm going to be meeting with those federal law enforcement agencies to talk about the strike force and what they're doing, how they're cooperating with state and local law enforcement. I hope to do it maybe even this week on a private basis and then see what more I can do. I think we all have a responsibility when it comes to this issue.